What's going on, guys? Patrick here, bringing you a brand new video. Today we got another killer video for you guys, full of information. Today we're going to be looking at, is Bitcoin breaking out right now? We're also going to be looking at Elon Musk having some positive things to say in the cryptocurrency space, as well as tons of other news that went on as well in the cryptocurrency space. But before we get started with that, if you guys are interested in making money with cryptocurrencies, make sure you check out the first link in the description or the first link in the comments for the cryptocurrency trade alert group. I post every single one of the trades that myself and my team enters in this group. So if you're a complete beginner, if you don't have time to do technical analysis, or you don't know how to do technical analysis, you can copy our exact trade. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to set up, and after that, profits are taken automatically for you. So it becomes very, very passive. We have altcoin trades, we have leverage trades, and we have the #1 community in the cryptocurrency space, full of people ready and able to answer any question that you have 24/7. We have a free trial going on for 14 days, so it is completely risk-free and available for anybody to take a look at and try this out to see if this is for you. And if you join and within 14 days, for some magical reason, you decide that this is not for you, or that you simply just couldn't get it to work, then you can simply cancel and you will avoid getting charged. It's as simple as that. We're breaking down all the barriers to get into this, so I can't wait to see more of you guys in there. Now, we did, ever since we made the last video on Friday, we were able to capitalize on a trade that hit 2 targets. On Saturday, we were able to capitalize on our trade that hit 1 target, and then on Sunday we were able to capitalize on our trade that hit 2 targets as well. So this weekend has been extremely profitable, and if you guys can't tell, I'm in a pretty good mood, right? So if you guys were in the group, congratulations. Hope you guys were able to participate in those trades. If you were not in the group, then I can't wait to see you guys in there starting soon, hopefully. Now, let's go into the Bitcoin technical analysis, what exactly is going on and what I am seeing in the market, because it's a very interesting time, and I want to cover some of the things that we talked about previously, and I also want to update on some of the newer things that we are going to be talking about. So make sure you guys stay all the way until the end, because we're going to be trying to pack this with as much information as possible. But let's get started. The 1 hour time frame, the shorter time frame, ever since the 16th of May, roughly around 10 p.m. my time in New York time, right? We've seen the crossover on the EMA ribbon. Now, we want to keep an eye out for these because this is a bullish crossover. We saw the price break above the EMA ribbon as well. So all that indicates to us is that in the short-term time frame, the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin is looking bullish. And from there, you saw it found support again, it bounced off, it found support, it bounced off, and then it looked like it was trying to break above. Now, this is one of those wicks that, you know, not everything's manipulation, but it's one of those wicks that just doesn't look very normal in the market. It did look like it was trying to hunt out some stop losses, but either way, it looks like the candle closed on the hourly pretty much on the support as well. And now we're waiting to see if we are going to reverse down and be a confirmed bearish trend, right? Break below the EMA ribbon, or how exactly Bitcoin is going to play out. But even if you were following the very basic setups, now you want to tie in the EMA ribbon with other indicators in your own strategy. But even if you're just looking at the basics and playing off of the support bounce, you would have been able to capitalize on one very nice candle here, another very nice 2 candles here as well, all by playing these supports and bouncing off of the EMA ribbon on the bullish trend. So that's one thing to keep an eye out on. Let's go out to the 4 hourly chart. We are also above the EMA ribbon ever since we had the cross on the May 13th. This is May 13th. We saw the price cross over first. Then we saw the EMA ribbon actually flip as well into a bullish trend. And from there, same thing can be said. If I came up to touch the support, right, we were up on a huge gap. We talked about how the price was very far away from the EMA ribbon. We were likely going to trade sideways or come back to test the support. We tested the support, and if you were able to capitalize on this, that's a very nice run up. Now, you could have gotten all the way from $9,400 up to $10,000, which if you're using the exchanges that I like to use that allow us to put in some leverage, that could have been a very nice gain for anybody that was in that position. Now, in the 1 hour, you saw this wick brought us down way below the EMA ribbon. On the 4 hour, that's not the case. Similar to what we saw back here, now we're seeing the 4 hour. It came all the way down to the red EMA ribbon, right? That is the strongest support, I'd say, in the ribbon. The up top, we usually see the first support. Then the next, we like to see the support down into the red area. into the red ribbon. So pretty much perfectly bounced off of the bottom, and now it's looking like, as of right now, that it's going to start trying to test its way, maybe test its way back up to the $10,000 level to see if we can break above that. Because if you guys just gonna take a look, and I'm gonna clean this up really quick for us, if you guys can take a look, and we'll zoom out a little bit, we have this line drawn at the $10,000 mark, this strong resistance at the $10,000 mark, which we've rejected 3 times already, right? So we're gonna be looking to see if we're gonna go back to test it as well. But the $10,000 mark, keep in mind, it's a big psychological barrier. That's when we go from being 4 figures to 5 figures. That has always been, for the longest time, a very strong resistance, as well as a support on the other way around. But mainly when we're trying to break it, it's always been a very, very strong resistance. And one thing, again, we need to keep an eye out on is that break above the $10,000 mark, because that would be, again, confirmation that we are indeed headed into another bullish rally. Not even to mention the CME futures gap that we have at like $11,800, I don't believe. I do believe it is. I don't have that open right now. However, again, believe it's at 11,800 is the last CME futures gap above the price that we are right now. So again, a potential break above 10K is something to keep an eye out on for us to go and fill that CME gap. And if you're in the right positions, which again, hopefully a lot of you guys are going to be, if you guys are in the group, again, you'll see my exact positions and my team's positions, but hopefully you guys are going to be in the right position to capitalize on everything that there is to offer in this space, because things are getting volatile. A lot of speculations coming in on if we're going to break to the new all-time high. A lot of money can be made there. And even if we break down to $3,000, I don't expect that to be the case, but I do see people talking about it. Even if that is something that happens, you want to be in the position to profit either way, right? That's the good thing of being able to long and short Bitcoin, being able to do it on weekends, which you can't do in the traditional markets. All of this allows you to capitalize on making more and more profits. So daily time frame, you'll notice again, this we have had this strong resistance in this area, but the resistance that we had drawn over here, right, which is the pattern that we've been in ever since the bull run that we had in 2017, a pattern that's been going on for many, many years, which we've been trading in. Now again, I'm gonna zoom out, we're gonna see it better in just a little bit, but you'll notice on the daily time frame, we had that one attempt to break it, right? Rejected off $10,000, came right back into the pattern. Now, what you'll notice again, the second attempt, not going all the way back to the EMA ribbon, we came back and tested what was the resistance, and it looked like it acted as a little bit of support. And now we're trading in this range of this pattern that we've been looking at for a long time, the resistance here, as well as the $10,000 resistance. And you can see that Bitcoin wants to try to break that $10,000 mark, but it's struggling to do it right now. So before we make any bold predictions of $20,000 or $3,000, this is the point that I'm eyeing. This is what I'm eyeing right now to see if we are going to break back into this pattern, if we are going to break, again, even looking at breaking below the EMA ribbon on the 4-hour or the daily, which again, on the daily, we're well above it. It's going to act as support if it keeps coming up, right? If the EMA ribbon keeps coming up and this keeps trading here, it's going to act as more and more of a support of we're going to have to either break below the EMA ribbon and go down, or we're going to have to break above the $10,000 mark. So keep an eye out on that. But I do want to focus on one thing that looks very, very bullish in the long term. So this is the pattern. Let's get rid of the 10,000. Even though you guys can see several times we've touched that $10,000 of resistance. Let's get rid of that. The pattern we've been looking at for a very, very long time. Over here, you guys can see the pattern, right? Very obvious, and we had several attempts at breaking it, and we see several wicks above it. However, this is the first time we actually had a close above it, or at least the way I've drawn the pattern. People can draw it a little differently, and then it looks, you know, depending on how you drew it, you haven't broken above it completely yet, and that's why you want to make sure, again, have some key levels you're looking at, see the confirmed break above. You know, we want $10,000 broken, we want this pattern broken as well. That would be a very, very bullish sign. But let's see again, if this pattern right here on the weekly, we closed for the first time on the way I drew it above this resistance. Now it's going to be important for the next weekly candle to see if we continue its way up or if it is going to close back down. That would be something to watch out for as well. So I think this week and the coming weeks are going to be very important for the price of Bitcoin, very important for the short to mid-term future of Bitcoin. But you can notice as well on the weekly chart, one thing that's very, very key is the fact that we are seeing this flip over here. So the bullish flip that came in on the EMA ribbon for the weekly time frame, which is again a bigger time frame, a longer term time frame, usually one that once these things flip, you'll notice the last time we flipped was on the 20th of May 2019. It's been almost a year, right? That's how long these things usually tend to take on the weekly time frame. And you'll notice once we did have this flip, the price of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame went from being worth roughly, in the high 5 to low 6,000s all the way to a high of 14,000, right? So this was only happened once. This was one of the 3 times that it happened previously. It happened 2 times before. If you guys look at the logarithmic chart, you'll see it differently, but it happened 2 times before. And usually that indicates that in the longer term, starting from now, we are going to see some bullish price action. So that's one thing I want to keep an eye out again and focus on is right here. This flip is the 4th time it's happening, right? 2 times before, then we had this one happen in May 2019. Now we are having another one right now. And all previous times, although it's only a small, sample that we have of data, all previous times, not only is it a bullish pattern, so that automatically indicates we should be looking at bullish price action, but all the previous times it has also led to a significant increase in price. So that the halving just happened. To me, everything's lining up to be a very good end of the year for Bitcoin, and I think that dragging up other cryptocurrencies as well, not just Bitcoin, the altcoin market as well, things are looking pretty good. And again, I get asked this all the time, but the 2 places I set positions up, and if you guys even want to be able to earn some free money just by trading, there is Bybit, which has a trading bonus that you guys can use. If you simply sign up and put your initial deposit in there, depending on what it is, you'll get a different amount for just signing up. And then BitMEX is the OG. Both of these links are down below in the description. They are high risk if you don't know what you're doing. Find someone who does that can help you along the journey. And if you do know what you're doing, it's a great way to be able to test things out, use leverage, and capitalize on the market going up or the market going down. Now, Bitcoin down 1.3% in the last 24 hours. A lot of altcoins are still looking like they are in the green after Bitcoin, again, had its nice rally recently as well. If you just scroll up and look, you'll see Bitcoin had this nice rally on the weekly time frame, and then it's starting to cool off a little bit now. But altcoins seem to follow, doing very, very well. In general, we're seeing an upward trend over the last week. So if you're holding Bitcoin, if you're holding crypto, if you're holding any altcoin, it's looking pretty good. Better than if you were holding some other assets at least, which are a little more uncertain as well, because same thing with the traditional markets. I'm hearing a lot of mixed feelings on if we're going to, just continue up from here, but I still have that feeling inside that I don't think it's over yet. And I think there's still more to come in terms of red days in the traditional markets as well. Now, really quick to wrap up, Elon Musk coming into the defense of crypto. He drops a Bitcoin bomb on JK Rowling. BTC is solid compared to fiat money. So this is JK Rowling, not really sure how you pronounce her last name, the author of Harry Potter. I believe that's how she's probably most known for. People are now explaining Bitcoin to me, and honestly, it's blah, blah, blah collectibles, My Little Pony, blah, blah, blah computers, got one of those, blah, blah, blah crypto, sounds creepy, blah, 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 understand the risk, I don't though. Then Elon Musk came in and said pretty much, although massive currency issuance by government central banks is making Bitcoin look solid by comparison. Now, this is not Elon Musk saying that he owns a bunch of Bitcoin, simply him going out again and speaking against all the printing of money that's coming out from the banks, the government central banks. That's more of him speaking out against it. But I do want to notice, and I want to emphasize this as well, looking here, this, to me, the reason why I appreciate people and I try to study people and I try to, look at what people like Elon Musk are doing, what people who have reached a certain level of success and understand the whole investing and understand different cycles than just one thing, is that Elon Musk doesn't just come out and say, I don't know what this is, so therefore I don't know. Elon Musk doesn't know what something is, and then he finds out what that thing is, right? He has the initiative to go out and figure things out for himself and to learn and to improve himself every single day. This type of tweet by JK Rowling, I don't know her personally. I don't know what's going on in all that. But to me, it just sounds like one of those tweets that people are like, oh, I don't know what it is, so I don't know what it is, and I don't care to know what it is. In order to be able to succeed, again, some people will have hits and stuff like that, but if you want to be able to succeed long-term, your best bet and the highest probability of success long-term is understanding markets, understand money, understand investing, understand all the different aspects of life so that you can, and again, learning this step by step throughout so you can always continue to improve so that in your life you can make the right decisions, you understand how things work, you can position yourself in the right places, and hopefully, again, capitalize and make more money out of that in the future. Because at the end of the day, I think what most people are looking at trying to do is make more money, if that's with their jobs, if that's where investments, no matter what their passion is and what they want to do with their life. Being able to take the money they earn and then do something smart with that and put that money to work is always something that people should be researching and should be learning about, no matter what. So not a big fan of the tweet by J.K. Rowling, not just directly at crypto, but anybody with that type of mindset. To me, it sounds like the mindset of somebody who's just not interested in learning more. Meanwhile, Elon Musk sounds more of the mindset of always interested in learning something. Maybe he likes it, maybe he doesn't like it, but he's always interested in learning something new. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, as always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Sorry for the little rant at the end, but it bothers me sometimes when I see people that are so content with the place they are right now and are not really looking for any sort of improvement, or not really looking to learn anything new in their life. It blows my mind that people like that exist. And so when I see these type of tweets, just not a big fan of that. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, leave a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you guys want to see more of in the future. And let me know if you think Bitcoin's breaking above that $10,000 mark, or are we going to break below and start breaking back into that pattern we had discussed over the last few days/weeks, and the pattern that's been going on ever since 2017. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another video.